you're working the territory for the first time, who helped you out the most in the ring? Who taught you the
Dan-
most on the road?
Danny Davis in the ring, the founder of OVW. It was, I mean, to this day, one of the best workers I've ever been in the ring with, man. He taught me how to go. I knew how to do the moves. He taught me how to put them together. I mean, Danny would do shit, shoot you off as you're going by. He'd hold on to your reverse hip toss as you're flying by him in the air on the hip toss. He'd be telling you something else. Boom. You know what I mean? And he taught me how to go. No doubt.
You said before that Bill Dundee said that you guys were too small. Isn't it crazy? Like if you broke in today, you'd be a giant.
I
Like
know, man. I know.
me and Crowbar, we were always the light heavyweight match, the opening
Sure.
match on every indie show because we were two 19-year-old, 210, 220 pounds at the time, 5'11", 6 foot. We were the
Yep.
smallest guys in the ring in '92. Well, I
Yeah.
walk into a locker room now, I'm the biggest guy. It's crazy.
I always say, man, we came too soon, man. That WWE basic tryout match is what it was. They gave us the win against the two enhancement talents, Al Brown and Sonny Rogers, and nice guys. And they gave us a double segment match. They gave us a double segment match against the Smoking Guns for the belts. Obviously did the job, but it was a competitive match. They loved our interview. They loved the gimmick. They loved our work. But in 1995, I don't remember what month that was, but in 1995, when that took place, that's what they said. They're too small. And we went back to Memphis.
And now you'd be on top of you'd be a 10-time NXT, SmackDown, Raw Tag Team champions these days.
Yeah.
It's
Timing.
unbelievable. Talk about the tryout. How'd you get on WWE's radar?
Lawler. They were sending people to Memphis and all that, and then he got us the deal. They even announced us as USWA Tag Team Champions. And the funny thing is, they hadn't done anything like that, I think, up until right then. I could be wrong, but we didn't bring the belts with us because nobody told us to, and nobody said it was going to be this. So we're walking out with no belts, but the USWA Tag Team Champions is how we was announced.
Yeah, why would you think to bring the belt? Yeah.
I mean, honestly,
Yeah.
at point in the wrestling business, that I don't think that they ever had done that before. And if we would have wore them out, it would damn sure have been a first. I think. I don't know. I'm not a wrestling historian, but
Yeah, they acknowledged Smoky Mountain back in the day when Jim and the Heavenly Bodies were there. They acknowledged it, yeah, but to call you the champions, wow, yeah, that's a big.
yeah,
That was that they announced it on Raw.
yeah, yep.
Wow, yeah, that was a big
Look,
deal.
95 PG-13 debut.
Yeah, I remember the match. I remember watching it. Yeah, but I don't remember the. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So, did it ever piss you off that you're there in Memphis? You're working your ass off. You're making all the towns. You're carrying the WWE guys that are there. I'm sure that can't work, but are getting the WWE paycheck. Did it ever piss you off?
Dude, yes, and not necessarily at them, but it was like that when I worked for OVW as well. When I did the Slash, and I worked as the Slash with the Disciples. Then Stacy Cornette is the manager, and that's when Batista and a lot of those guys were there. Him for sure. He was in our group, and just knowing, okay, that my ass, and at that point had been in the business 10 years, okay, and I was taking a Greyhound bus every Wednesday from Nashville to Louisville, got picked up by somebody, spent the night at Cornette's house. My wife would come and get me the next day. And I was not making that much at all. Okay. And so then you find out that these guys got apartments in Louisville. They're making X amount of dollars a week, and they really don't even care about the business. For me, it was the love of the game type shit. And, I'm riding a Greyhound bus, and these guys are fucking, getting to live a decent life while learning something that they really ain't that into. I mean, and then, don't get me wrong, there are ones that did, but there's also, you could just tell.
Yeah, it's not like It's not like you worked a few matches in 10 years. You're working 5, 6, 7 times a week for
Yeah.
10. Yeah, that sucks. So how did you end up back with the WWF with the Nation?
So that was Cornette. He called us up. That would have been middle of 1996 into the fall there, because we started in November on Survivor Series 96. He called us up and he said, hey man, I got this deal. They're going to put this thing together and you guys are going to rap to the ring. You ain't really going to wrestle. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, fine, whatever. And so he sent us money because he knew he was broke. He sent us money because he wanted us to not necessarily wear what PG-13 wore, but something a little more gangster or something. I forget how we came up. I said, what about this? What about this? Yeah, that's fine. So the look, and we bought those jackets and went and had them, what do you call that? Monogram? Embroidered, whatever. But anyway, I had that done to him, and the hats, bought gold teeth, fake gold chains, all that shit. And I wrote the rap, and we went up there and recorded it, and then boom. So yeah, it was just Cornette.
Were you just on a nightly deal, or did you get a contract?
It was a contract. It was a contract, but it basically said, it was basically just we were guaranteed a certain amount on the nights that we worked, but we worked pretty much Monday Night Raw. That was it. I only did 1 or 2 house shows and the pay-per-view, Raw pay-per-view once a month. So that's really all we had.
So 5 shots a month. 5 shots a month.
Our cars were taken care of.
Okay, so 5 shots. I missed that. Say again.
I said that's why everybody tried to stay with us, because they knew we had a car and free room. Hey man, PG, can we hook up with y'all? Yeah, come on.
So it was just for the rapping. They didn't use you on the road. They didn't have you guys work with anybody.
The only time we worked was against the Road Warriors.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
I remember that. How long did that last?
From November of 96 until WrestleMania. Well, the Raw after WrestleMania 97, WrestleMania 13.
And you're still in Memphis the rest of the days?
Yeah, Memphis and ECW.
Okay.
So we did like Monday Raw, Tuesday, Wednesday. We'd come back here. We do TV for Memphis on Saturdays, Saturday nights, and Friday nights. If we were there, would be ECW. If not, we'd work Memphis. Yeah, so we were doing 3 companies at one time, actually, but just not being full time at any of them, but being there all the time, on TV all the time.